Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So today I'm gonna do more of a DIY style vlog video for you. I am going to slipcover our dining chairs. These are just pretty standard Chiavari chairs. I found them at an estate sale for like $10 each, and I love that they can stack, and I think they'd be so fun to have for like outdoor parties and stuff. But for right now, since dining chairs are so incredibly expensive, I am just going to work with these that I have. The wood isn't bad, but it kind of just clashes in our space, and I think sewing a slipcover over the dining chair is just going to make it look a lot more expensive and unique. So I thought I would do more of a vlog style today and take you along with me on the whole process from start to finish on how I slipcover our dining chairs. And I'm actually going to be using sheets, and it's a great way to save a lot of money and get a lot of fabric. So a lot of bang for your buck, I guess you could say. I found these sheets from a place here called At Home, and if you do have one of those in your areas and you've never checked it out, it's a pretty cool place. They literally have everything for your home, and I had been looking for a while for a really nice pattern that could work in these dining chairs. Specifically, I was looking at sheets just because you can get so much fabric, like I said, so much bang for your buck, and these were such a great price. So I snagged 2 packs of these, and these are size queen, and they were $28 each. I love that it's a stripe. I think it's gonna play like a neutral, kind of like a oversized ticking, and again, I think it's gonna be perfect in here. It's gonna act like a neutral because we can pair so many other different patterns and colors with it as well. So I'm gonna look at it as a neutral, but I like that it adds a little bit of color. I cannot get enough of blue and white, especially light blue. I have so much blue and white in my house, but can you really ever have too much blue and white? I don't think so. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is open these up, and then I am going to put them in the washer and dryer, and then that way they'll be pre-shrunk, so if we get any stains on them whatsoever, we can just grab them, toss them in the washer and dryer, and we are good as new. And then once these are done, I'm gonna jump back on here and let's start sewing. For this project, what you're gonna need is a sewing machine, some scissors, a few straight pins here, and then I'm using white fabric. Sorry, don't mind my janky, this is just a, oh my gosh, what is this? This is just a pipe cleaner that I put here to keep my spool from moving, because the piece that actually went on here I lost years and years ago. I've had this sewing machine forever. It's so beat up, and I've had it for about 20 years, and it's kind of fading. Like the little digital pad here is, can't really see it very well, but okay, so I've got the sheets here. First thing I'm gonna do is separate the flat sheet from the fitted, and then what I'm gonna do is cut this elastic band. Just follow the edge and remove it from the fitted sheet. A fitted sheet has 4 corners that have these seams, and so I'm going to try to make this into a square. So first, just cut along the existing seam on all 4 sides. So after you slit the corners, you're going to have this L shape here. So I'm gonna cut these wings. I'm gonna call them wings. I'm gonna cut these wings, and I'm just gonna follow the stripe all the way along to the other end, and then I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. I have so many projects that I have done around our house that I would love to do a whole video on, all the different things that I've made sheets with. Our shower curtain is made out of sheets. We also have a canopy around our bed that's made out of sheets. I've also made great things with drop cloths. I have bleached drop cloths and then used them to slip cover our 2 chairs that I have in front of me over here in our dining room, or in our living room. And then I've also slip covered our sofa with them. And I just cannot say enough good things about drop cloths, because they're like sheets in a way where you do get just a ton of bang for your buck. And I can link them down below if you guys want to check out which ones that I use, because not all drop cloths are equal. Some of them do not bleach, because that's what I do, is I take the fabric and I bleach the heck out of them, and then they come out nice and white and just this real thick, yummy cotton fabric. But I've bought drop cloths before that no matter how much bleach I've used, they did not bleach out, so I'm assuming they're not 100% cotton. So be careful which drop cloths you use. I can link the ones that I purchased down below, so that way if you guys are interested in doing something like that, you can as well. But drop cloths also would have been super great to use. Okay, I just finished cutting the rest of this strip here. So now that we have our square, let's start with this first. It's already 4:48, so I'm gonna try to finish this project as fast as I possibly can. Whenever I make slip covers, the first thing that I like to do is take the fabric, and I pretty much use the chair or the sofa, whatever I am covering, as my pattern. Looking at the chair, I know I'm going to want 6 sections. So I'm gonna do 1 in the back here, 1 in the front, 1 for the seat, and then I'm gonna do 3 sides. I'm not gonna do any kind of corner pleats or anything like that. We're just gonna keep this pretty basic and simple. Whenever I do slip covers, I always like them to look like an upholstery piece. But since this is a hard chair, it will look like a slip cover, so that's partially why I'm not gonna do the corner pleats, because it's just a lot more work and kind of defeating the whole purpose since this is gonna look like a slip cover. I'm going to just pin it so it holds the fabric in place, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. This is not going to be perfect. I'm just letting you know I am not a professional seamstress. This is just something that I love to do, and I find it as a fun hobby and making things pretty. So this is going to be imperfect. I'm just warning you now. So over here on this side, I have about 1 inch, and then I'm gonna do another inch on this side. So I'm just gonna cut all along here. Then I'm gonna cut the bottom off. So I'm gonna leave about 3 good inches, and that way I know I can hem it as high as I need to or cut it more. I'm gonna take my fabric and I'm gonna pin right here with one of those straight pins. Ooh, I just lost one. And then I'm gonna pin the other side. Then I'm gonna cut along the stripe. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut down here. So I'm just gonna keep on repeating the process. I'm just going to lay the fabric, cut the seat, then just do the 3 sides, sew it all together, and then we're done. I cannot wait to have all of these done. This has been on my to-do list for a very long time, and Dame said, gosh, I feel like you are constantly having a sewing machine out, because even though we are adopting and we don't know when we're going to be getting a baby, these are things that have been on my to-do list for a very long time now. So that's why I have been trying to get all of these things done, because I know once a baby comes, I'm not going to have as much time to be doing these kind of projects. So I will be very happy to have all these things done on my to-do list and no longer have to worry about it. So, all right, so I got the seat done. Actually, let me back this up so you can see better. And all I'm doing is just following pretty much the cushion and just doing 1 inch. Again, these are not perfect. They're not meant to be perfect. And I'm just making them just a lot prettier. Okay, so turning the chair on the side, I know I'm gonna have it go from all the way in the back here until I get to the corner of the leg, which is right here. So I'm just gonna take a couple of my straight pins and just pin it so it helps me keep the fabric in place and it doesn't move around. I'm actually gonna take this piece and just place it right on the fabric and just do another one of these, and then I just have the front piece, and then we are done. So I'm gonna start with sewing these 2 pieces first, the back large piece and the front piece. Then I'm gonna add the seat, then the sides, and then hopefully it'll look so good. One thing I want to mention is that I just made sure that the stripes are also matched. Okay, so I sewed all of the seams, and now what I'm gonna do is switch my sewing machine over to a zigzag. If you don't have a serge machine, which stitches and does a zigzag, well, I don't know if it does a zigzag, but it essentially seals the edges, so then that way it doesn't fray if you were to wash it or dry it, or both. So I'm gonna do a zigzag on these edges, so then that way it doesn't 100% eliminate the fray, but it definitely helps with like 90%. So I am gonna just hit the little zigzag, and then I'm just going to zigzag all of the seams that we just did, and then I'm gonna put it on the chair. I'm going to cut the length because it's too long to hem it, steam it, and then we're done. And then I only have 5 more to do. Okay, this is what it now looks like after it's been pressed. The chair turned out so incredibly good. I love that you could easily take them off if they get dirty, or if you want to expose the chair underneath, you can, if I want to have that wood look. But I have 5 more to do. Damien is running to Chipotle right now because it is 6:30 and I'm not gonna have time to make dinner, so he's gonna go grab some Chipotle for us, which I'm so grateful for, and then I'm just gonna be a busy little sewing bee finishing these chairs. By the time you guys see this video, all of the chairs will be done, and I'm gonna include a picture here so you guys can see the final look. I love, love, love how this chair turned out, so I'm very excited to see what the overall picture looks like. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this more DIY vlog, give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye.